So we're here with Chris and Jing at the Hasbro booth at Star Wars Celebration Japan, and some amazing new products.
Yes, we're so excited. We have some great reveals for Black Series and Vintage, and of course,
Let's
star
start.
of the show.
Absolutely.
The
I think
Bantha.
everyone's gone really, really mad about this.
Yes.
The sculpt is incredible.
Yeah, he's very cool. The team did a great job. We went back. We looked at the classic ones we'd done back for Power of the Force 2, but then working out a whole new way to do the fur on him, all the new detail that was established for Mandalorian.
Yep.
When they brought that out. So, but then going back and referencing New Hope for the saddle and all that style to really match that, but updating him with the face details and stuff from Mandalorian and the horns, the teeth in the mouth, the little mustache hairs on the sides, and just a little bit of articulation so his legs move back and forth. He has rocker ankles, not that it buys you a lot on a Bantha.
It gives you a little lean.
Yeah, you can. When you get going really fast on that Bantha, you want to lean into the turns. So, but you can see a couple different types of furs, so the longer fur, shorter fur on different parts of it.
Yep.
And then there's a whole lot of manual trimming that's going on with him too, just to make sure the fur is the right length.
It's a lot of
in
work.
the right spots, But great weathering on the horns and on the face. You can see eyeballs up in there behind the fur.
It's a lot.
And all the nasty little mouth details. Super fun. Tusken Raider has updated hips so he can really ride the thing right. Great accessory details and a unique look for this Sand Trooper.
Right.
Or Sand Trooper. Tusken Raider.
We know.
It's a throw.
Day's pride,
It's fine.
He lives in the sand. He troops around.
It's
with
good.
his friends.
It's all fine. It's all fine. It's all fine. You're amongst friends.
But yeah, just a beautiful piece. Fun tail. The tail articulates a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. And we made sure to limit the articulation in the right spots so that you couldn't stress the fur out, but not to limit what he can do.
Yeah. It's
not that a Bantha's a giant.
It's going to be very, very popular. I mean, it's already proven very, very popular.
Yeah.
So pre-orders are up now. So
yeah. A lot of people have coming by asking about this one, and online the chatter about it is great.
Yeah, it's been really, really positive. Really, really well received.
Nice addition to our Return to Tatooine program.
Yes.
And there's more to come.
There's a little bit more to come. We're filling it out. I feel like we've made a lot of strides.
You have.
In
You
what
really,
it
really
looks
have.
like.
You really have.
So I'm excited how it looks.
And you've already pipelined some other stuff that's coming as well. So
the land speeder we just did last time, for example. So
yeah, it's good. Okay, so let's talk about some of the other new reveals at the show.
Yes.
So we've got some new figures from Jedi Survivor.
Yes. Yeah, Jedi Survivor. We did it in Black Series and Vintage. So for Vintage, we have the Night Sister Marin, which is great. I feel like she's very popular, and I feel a lot of fans were waiting for her to come out. So Marin comes with her short dagger, which in the game it transforms into the long spear. So you'll never see her using both. It's like one or the other. And that green magic accessory that plugs into her hand and changing hands so that it works. So I love that one. And of course, we wanted to get out a troop builder out to go along with her, a rocket launcher trooper. And for me, it's just, like, the weapon's so huge. It's just like you can take a look and it just, I don't know, captures your attention. And I love that we get to build some different troop builders out there for the game especially.
And
so
I don't
those are cool additions.
You heard the cheer for Bad Batch.
Yes.
I think you heard that cheer loud and clear.
Well, we're slow getting to all of them. We acknowledge that, but there's so much content.
I know.
But we are, like the shows, we're committed to getting there.
But even in the main panel on Friday, the Bad Batch got the biggest cheer out of all the shows that they rattled through, which is incredible.
Great,
there were some great cheers for him.
And with Crosshair here, it's a perfect addition. It's a nice counterpoint to Hunter.
Yeah.
So
No, it's good. It's great that we're finally getting those and they're coming through.
Well, and then Cobb Vanth down there on the next shelf. So his civilian, even though it's not civilian, I guess he's still a marshal in this outfit, but his less armored version. So fun ways to continue and reach back to main characters, core characters from the show.
Looks great.
So.
I mean, they all look great. They all look absolutely fabulous. Cool. And then the Black Series.
We do have some Black Series here as well. I mean, we have Han and Chewie that came out. new tools for them,
They're
which is great.
they're both all new tools, aren't they?
They're all new tools. I love that we get to do that for some of the classic characters.
Absolutely.
That's been a little bit longer.
Because I think Han Solo was one of the original Black Series 11 years ago.
Yeah, and Chewie.
And Chewie as well.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah. Well, and coming up on the 50th and 27, it's just nice to have that in our catalog.
We're getting started.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It's a great face sculpt.
Yeah.
And what I like about that one, like, you know, for Chewie, he has really long hair. I got really long hair.
It's Sunday. It's fine.
So what?
I get a Sand Trooper pass. You get a she pass on Chewie.
We're talking about me right now. Our hair's almost the same color. So for the team really looked into what they did previously with Wookiees, and despite the long hair, especially around the face, it still made it softer plastic so he could articulate his head in a really good way. Like, I don't think it hinders him when you were doing a lot of the posing.
Yeah, I mean, you can see I twisted his head pretty far around here and got a great pose out of him.
Yeah.
And just the learnings from Kelnaka when we did Kelnaka and some of that stuff, we continue to improve and learn every time we do a figure. I mean,
Yeah, and then like for Han Solo, for us, like some of the updated articulation for him is they had our brakes on top of the boot, for example, so it helps get him into weird weird poses, even though there isn't a thigh slit, for example.
Right,
so there's no thigh swivel there, because we want to keep that red striping on the
it's important.
Right,
It's
yeah,
really
it's so iconic to Han.
Agreed. It makes a lot of sense. And then we go to Jedi Survivor.
Yes.
Turgle.
There was a lot of cheering for that one too.
There was, which proves that Hasbro can do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's fun. I mean, the expansiveness of the Star Wars universe. I mean, you see it in the reveals. I mean, we've got classic trilogy, we've got new stuff, new content, we've got gaming and even expanded universe stuff that we'll get to on the
we'll get to that.
Yeah. But Turgle, Scuba Stev, and Cal, and the most iconic Star Wars haircut of all.
Yep.
We think it's the most iconic haircut of all, and the most iconic handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that the team had a lot of fun with that one. Like, it is a fun pack with Scuba Stev and Turgle, and then we added some funness with different portraits of Cal and haircuts. Like, a lot. This whole pack is just like a lot of fun.
It's going to be very, very popular.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been an amazing amount of reaction to it. And when we took one over onto the live stage yesterday when we were revealing a helmet. And backstage, the folks at Lucasfilm and people that worked on the game were all digging in, wanting to hold him and come check him out. So yeah, it was, I think, in the fan community as they come by.
Agreed.
I mean, you heard it in chanting in the reveals.
It's a really obscure character, but it's good because Star Wars has always had obscure characters, obscure aliens, and going back to when we were kids. And it's important.
He made an impact on the crowd.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And of course we have Marin, like we just talked about, very similar updates across the both. I love that the team for Black Series and Vintage really work closely together. They have the same accessories. They use inkjet in the face.
Did they share the same sculpting techniques, and did they just upscale it, or?
Sometimes.
I know it's not always possible
because the timing on these, I think we worked with each other, but in parallel.
Right.
Because we were trying to do it at the same time.
It's not always possible to do that, just to shrink things down.
Yeah, a lot of times we'll start with the vintage sculptor, or we'll start with the Black Series sculptor.
And then you upscale down.
And then you end up re-sculpting it for all the joints and all the details that are specific to each scale. But we try and do that for efficiencies and commonality.
Yeah, makes sense.
And Dash, you already teased him a little bit.
I know.
Yes?
Yeah, so Shadows of the Empire, and near and dear to my heart.
Same.
I got a Tri-Logo, Power of the Force 2 Dash, or Shizor just moments ago.
Really? Okay, awesome.
But reaching back into that, we did Shizor earlier this year, and I told somebody earlier, like, I think these are my two favorite of Black Series figures this year, for me, personally.
You know what I'm going to say, though? You know exactly what I'm going to say. 3 3/4 inch fans are desperate to get some Shadows love.
Yes.
So I'm sure you know that.
We hear it.
We do, yes.
Yeah. Keep letting us know, because I know that we do different things in different timings.
Of course.
Sometimes it's just the way it works out, but we try to get things out when they can together. Like Marin is a good example of that. And there are things that we just wanted to, do differently. Like
of course.
Bantha, which already escaped from his case because it's so popular.
Oh, he's in my head. He escaped. I got him. I caught him, Jing.
It is Sunday.
He's safe.
For real.
He hasn't run off yet.
For real.
I mean, we're getting very close to the 30th anniversary of Power of the Force 2.
Yes.
And I don't, obviously you can't tell us what's coming, but I just hope that there's a way that you can maybe commemorate that, because it was a big deal. It was after, having no Star Wars
for ages.
For years and years and years, and getting that back. And I think it would be, a way potentially just to
There's
honour
a lot
that.
of big moments coming out. But
there are.
Yeah, like the 50th.
Yeah, well, and that's what we always have to do is weigh the big moments.
Of course.
And we want to do everything, but you guys, as well as everybody, know like we can't do everything.
No,
and
it's impossible.
It's trying to find the right beats in those stories to keep it exciting and fun reveals like this that nobody saw coming.
Yeah, agreed,
So,
100%. And then there was a helmet.
So, new helmet from Black Series Premium Roleplay. So the Death Trooper helmet. I mean, an amazing helmet, and a new design that we saw for the first time in Rogue One. So, but with the tie to Andor that we all kind of feel between Rogue One and Andor, felt like the right time to dive back into this. And just some great details on it with the lights on the face.
Oh wow!
So there you can see the lights on the thing. So you can, with the button on the side, you can move through a couple different modes on it to really play that up and really get those great effects going on. Full interior like we've done on other helmets.
Right.
So nice inspiration and commonality, lineage between those.
And then the very last question is, can we take a look at the paint applications on the Cantina?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right, so the Cantina. I was just in Hong Kong and China at the factory, working with them to do final approvals and final tweaks on this thing. I'd say this version that we've got here is 99% there. There are little things here and there that I asked them to adjust and improve on. But you can see on this, the first sample we're showing with the deco that we've added to the walls. So this front facade wall and then all the interior archway walls around the booths all now have a little bit of dirt weathering on them.
Brilliant, fantastic.
To just up a little bit more detail on those. I mean, they still have all the great sculpted detail. So just like in the movie, they didn't have a lot of dirt and washes on them. They were very clean and just kind of that stucco finish.
Yeah.
But just adding a little bit of subtle weathering there, I think, adds a nice bit of extra depth for fans.
Agreed. It looks incredible.
Yeah.
And any update on shipping or
No, not
box information or anything like that yet?
The packaging is very close to final, so we want to be able to show you guys soon at some point. But yeah, we're moving along in production. Like Chris said, he just went to Hong Kong for it. And we're glad that we're able to bring one of the closer to final samples with us to show everyone here.
Brilliant. Well, thank you both so much for your time and for your incredible reveals. Yeah. And so far we've had reveals January, February, March, April. And May's a big month, so who knows?
Why would we wait? Why would
exactly.
we do anything in May?
Exactly. Why would you take May off? I mean, there's nothing big happening Star Wars-wise in May. So.
It's been a busy first part of the year.
It has. It really has.
But we love it. It's amazing.
Great.
We're lucky.
Good. Thank you very, very much.